My concern at the moment now, from a personal perspective, having watched this whole process unfold, is I'm not too worried about this medium-term economic framework. It's a statutory requirement by law. But what it does is that it signals that the government is already on course to be able to start planning the budget for next year. So these are all statutory administrative issues that need to be done. And I think it was quite pleasing that the Minister of Budget and Planning engaged the private sector on the 4th of August here in Lagos to be able to get inputs into that framework. So what it just tells us is that the government they need to be very serious on making sure that the budget for next year is ready on time. And I think that is the signal we're seeing by this medium-term economic framework. There's nothing wrong with the projections they've made, and I think I don't have a problem with that. The main concern right now is the coordination of the economy to restore confidence. We have problem of confidence not only from business people. We have crisis of confidence from investors and foreign investors alike. It's amusing that the Central Bank of Nigeria has been trying so hard to attract foreign investors into this country, into their bond markets. But I also maintain the fact that the Central Bank of Nigeria should focus their efforts on restoring Nigeria back onto the JP Morgan index. The attitude when Nigeria was taken out of that index was not very positive. Now we're seeing the consequences. And the only sure way to get foreign investors back into this country is to ensure that we go back on the JP Morgan bond index. Once you're back on the index, you don't need to talk to any portfolio manager. They know that Nigeria is okay to come in to do business. That's number one. Number two, I think there is need for more. How do you now restore that confidence, both for business and investor confidence? What I see again is the articulation of policy. I'm very pleased that the Vice President's office, who are now leading the economic management, has at least responded to those numbers. But they need to back those response with clearly articulated plans. Constructive plans that shows that by the end of the year we would be in positive. But I do not see this economy growing this year at all. I think we're going to end this year on a negative.